have you ever looked at the bits and pieces that make up a creative process? I will try to explain it to you, which because it's true. We start with chaos because we start with an idea. So there's a need to create something, and it might be because competitors are trying to chase us. It might be because in your personal life, your life is changing in such a way that you what you didn't need before, you need now. It's just like, okay, so how can I address that need? You start to imagine what it would look like. The next step is that once you have this idea, which can be still sort of pretty vague, and there's still quite a lot of chaos around it because you haven't investigated it yet, you then start to connect and focus on this idea. And the funny thing is when you start to focus your energy on this idea, that things start to pop up. You know, it's a bit like if you start to look for a red car on the road, and suddenly you only see red cars. Then the next thing is, okay, now you've connected with it from the outside, but now you have to connect with it, so to speak, from the inside. So what does it feel? What feels best? So you talk to all these people, you've connected, you read about it, you spoke to different people, and they all have their own opinion, and they all have their own way of dealing with this idea. And well, you find out that there are many more people that have similar sort of ideas, and well, so you start to gather the bits and pieces around this idea that attracts you the most. And this sort of gives you a bit of safety. And it's not a wall, it's just a safety wall of ideas or of objects that relate to the idea, or things that remind you that you are actually in process, that you are in the process of building something new. It's not there yet, but it feels good. So you start to trust it and believe it. Still a bit of chaos around, you know, it's not yet. And then the next thing is that, whilst you have gathered all these things around you, you also start to doubt a bit. Because even though you believe yourself very much in it, you don't see it around you yet. Because you create a very thin layer of safety around you, which is just the things that you relate to. But with any new idea that isn't there yet, nothing else proves that you don't have a hard evidence, isn't it? You have no evidence that your idea is actually going to work one day. It's just only that you believe it. So you have to let go of a lot of images that, you know, that might stop you thinking that your idea is a good idea. And then the next thing is, and so in order to keep the people happy that that want to have your the end result, you can start to make a little prototype, because you have found these little objects around you that you think, well, that is interesting, that's interesting. So you start to, you actually can make already a first sample of what your idea is going to look like. Next stage, you have to actually start to become really present by really finding out what the needs are in the market, because till then it was your idea, but if you want to make it an idea which is interesting for everyone, it will be interesting to get the opinion of the people that have to use it later on. So you start to listen, you start to talk, you start to listen to yourself. You made this prototype. So well, you've gone through a whole process that you know, if your idea is still there, it starts to feel really good, you know. You feel that there's a flow going, and yeah, it's still not there yet, it's still not finished, because you're still struggling with prototypes and with the needs of other people, and there's a lot of practical stuff that needs to happen, because you need to get the material, and then you have to go through, you need to have enough money to make the idea happen, and so that all happens in that process. But then what happens is you start to feel the flow also a bit of the coming together of the idea, and some sort of synchronicity maybe, or things start to fall into place, and it happens really naturally. One of the last phases of the creation is actually that, since you have all the bits and pieces checked and double checked and worked with, that the coming together of the final design of your new idea is easy. It's like connecting the dots. Create boundaries around your idea so clearly, and that those boundaries create the safety for your idea to finally grow and come to fruition. And it's a bit the same as what happens in nature. Nature also has its natural course. I think often what is difficult with us human beings is that we try to control nature's course. And as much as we like to control the evolvement of an idea, and once we start to control it too much, we might kill it. We might think, because sometimes we think that we know better. You follow its natural course, it will, and trust that process, it will happen, and your brand new product is ready for the market. And with this unique natural boundaries that this product has, it has also the strength to sustain a lot of competition. Because even though maybe people might have a similar sort of idea, it's never exactly the same as yours, because of the way that it came together. It's unique. So that's it.